So looking back at the nature of the human mind, if you were to observe your own mind, and this is really where the word awareness is coming in, that we're aware of what's going on in our mind, that we're not asleep to thought. Because I remember, for years, I was constantly just thinking. And I never realized the effect that the thinking was having on myself. And also I never realized of the habit of it. And we've been conditioned to think. Western education is super. It teaches us how to analyze. It teaches us how to decipher. It teaches us how to break information into tiny pieces. And if you teach somebody how to think, it's just as important to teach people how to stop thinking. Thinking intelligence is one form of intelligence, but there's also creative intelligence, there's intuitive intelligence, there's happiness, that's an intelligence, and it's also a skill. And science knows that the more thoughts that we have going through the mind, the less happy we are. And all you have to do is look at somebody with anxiety, look at somebody with stress, look at somebody with depression. Ultimately, the problem is they're thinking too much. And the solution is to step out of thought, because you'll never solve the analytical nature of the mind through analysing the mind. We want to get out of the head. And Western society, we're always trying to drown out our mental commentary. And we do that by drinking alcohol, we do that by watching too much television, getting wrapped up in social media. So we're constantly being distracted, and we're distracting ourselves to get away from the pain of our own thoughts, from the infliction that our thoughts are giving us. But that's not solving the problem. Traditionally, it was probably a little bit better in that people went to church. In Ireland, for example, people went to Mass, they would have said prayers, and what they would have done was replaced one form of mental commentary with another. So instead of having their worries going through their mind, they were replacing it with a prayer, with mantra, for example. And also the belief that there's a higher power looking after them would have given them some comfort. But nowadays religion, the reality of it is that people are, they're less involved with institutionalized religion, and that's all very fine. But we need to replace it with something. And quietening the mind and bringing our attention into life is one of the key ways of doing that. And really, that is the essence of spirituality. Spirituality could be defined as the degree to which we're connected with life. Because if we're stuck in our head all the time, we're so caught up in what's going on in our mind that we don't see what's going on around us. And you could be in a beautiful scenic place, and you could be taking a walk, you're not seeing what's there. You're not feeling the sun on the back of your head. You're not seeing the beautiful scenery around you. You're not feeling the wind against your face. Instead, you're wrapped up in your problems. We need to get away from that.